Hey there, prices for golf access homes in the city of Cape Coral have been reduced drastically, certainly in the last 3 years, but definitely in the last 12 or 18 months. And if you look at the average, if you look at the median price for golf access homes in the city of Cape Coral, Florida, depending on the month that you're looking at, they're down as much as $100,000 in the last year. And I just took the numbers in the last 4 months, and the median golf access home price in the city of Cape Coral right now is $687,500. So we're going to be looking at 3 different examples of this price point for golf access homes in the city of Cape Coral. I'm going to show you 3 different properties in 3 different areas in this high 600s, low 700s price point, so you can kind of get an idea of what that average price buys. So I can't wait to show you these 3 properties. If you're not familiar with this channel, my name is Dustin Guthrie. I'm a longtime resident of Southwest Florida and Cape Coral. I've been a full-time real estate broker here in Cape Coral for almost 20 years now, and I do a video like this every single week. Today we're looking at some really fun golf access real estate. Other times we're just covering some really useful information, some news, maybe some things that are coming to the area. Last week we were talking about property taxes. So if you're interested in Southwest Florida, maybe you're considering moving to Cape Coral or moving to Fort Myers or Punta Gorda or something, I want to encourage you to hit the subscribe button so you can be around for these videos every week. I think you'll get a lot of great information out of them, and I try to just create a lot of value for you folks just because I know if I can do that, then odds are you will remember me when the time does come. And you do need a realtor here anywhere in Southwest Florida if you're buying or selling a property, and my contact information's right there on the screen. You can call, text, or email me anytime. I would love to hear from you. Love to hear about your individual situation and tell you how I can help you out with that. So with all that out of the way, let's get to these properties. We're going to start out in the southwest section of Cape Coral, and then we're going to visit one in the southeast and head up and finish things up in the northwest section of Cape Coral. Can't wait to show you these properties. Okay, so we're starting off in the southwest section of Cape Coral, and this is really one of the best golf access neighborhoods in all of Cape Coral. It's locally known as the 8 Lakes neighborhood, and there are just a number of really stunning homes here. And the property we're going to take a look at is on one of those 8 golf access lakes. This is 421 Southwest 51st Terrace. It's a larger home with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and just over 2,500 square feet of living area. It has a great screened-in pool out back and an absolutely phenomenal golf access water frontage on the lake here. At a list price of $750,000, it's a touch higher than our upper 600s average golf access price, but it's an incredible property. And I think odds are we could probably do a little negotiating on that price, so I wanted to take a look at it today. It starts off with a beautiful open entryway right here, and we're instantly seeing views of that big waterfront out back. There's a formal dining area or maybe even a space for an office or something right here to the right of the front door. One thing I absolutely love about this house is the sheer number of huge windows throughout. There's just a ton of natural light in this house, and you'll definitely see what I'm talking about as we get into it here further. To the right of this big entryway is where all of the main living spaces of the house are located. Starting right here is the laundry room, which is also where the garage entrance is. And then it opens up into this really, really nice open kitchen, which faces out towards the back and the waterfront, and also the main living room back there. And that main living room has some huge ceilings in it. We'll get back there in just a second. As you've probably already realized, this house has been completely redone on the inside. All of that LVP flooring is brand new, and so is everything in this kitchen. There's new cabinets, new appliances, countertops, underhung sink, all the whole 9 yards here. There's that beautiful eat-in kitchen area right there, which is just surrounded by glass, so you get all those stunning views from almost every angle as you're sitting here eating dinner or breakfast or something. And then here's the main living room. Again, you're seeing what I was talking about with these huge windows throughout the entire house. This is such a bright and open space, and the focal point is, of course, the big water views out back. I mean, that's what a property like this is all about, right? The 2 guest bedrooms and guest bathroom is over on this side of the house as well, but let's go ahead and jump over to the other side of the house, which is where the primary suite is. Again, this primary bedroom has a ton of natural light spilling in from the back and the windows. You've got slider access out to the pool deck and the outdoor living spaces back there. Some absolutely great water views from the bedroom here. And then those pocket doors there in the back open into the primary bathroom. And again, the bathroom has been completely redone on the inside. You've got this beautiful tile floor in here, brand new double vanity, nice garden tub down there, and again, a ton of natural light in this bathroom, even because you've got a courtyard back there, although I'd probably want to put a door on that courtyard just to offer a little bit more privacy back here, but it's awesome to have that sort of natural light coming back through here. I love these courtyard bathrooms. Okay, let's get to these outdoor living spaces. As you can see, the screened-in pool deck starts off with a pretty substantial under truss area, which is always important because you'll have this nice shaded area at all times during the day. And then, of course, you have the sunny spots out there under the cage where the actual pool is itself. This is northern rear exposure, so the sunshine should be pretty consistent all day long, and I'm sure there are some beautiful sunsets off to the west side across that lake there from this pool deck. Then, of course, the waterfront here speaks for itself. This is a brand new Trex dock right here with a brand new boat lift. There's a ton of space out here for a table and chairs or something, so you can sit out here all day and just enjoy these incredible views like I'm doing right now. We actually had a spring tide come in today, so the water is not usually this high. It's kind of abnormally high today. The trip out to open water by boat from here is about 25 minutes, and there is one bridge to go under. It's about 9 feet tall. So you can get a pretty good-sized day boat back in here, but you're not going to be able to have a big sailboat or something like that with a big, huge mast on it. There are also several really great waterfront dining options right around the mouth of this canal system, so it's easy to kind of pop out for a quick dinner and then be back on the boat lift before it gets dark out. It's a really great location here in the Southwest. So this house is obviously really, really well done. It's been completely remodeled on the inside and everything's really nice here. It's actually a pretty big house. It's just over 2,500 square foot. And even though $750,000 is kind of the high end of our price range that we're looking at today, that puts this property at just under $300 per square foot. And for the 8 lakes here, this really, really top-notch location of the 8 lakes in the southwest section of Cape Coral, we really haven't seen properties like this get under that $300 per square foot in several years. So we're just now seeing properties like this get discounted to the point where we're getting under that $300 per square foot mark. But you know, obviously, the main draw here and the main value is this incredible Gulf access lake frontage right there. You get these huge water views. You've got access, really reasonably quick access out to open water. It's about 25 minutes from here. But just these views are absolutely incredible, and obviously the design of this house has taken really, really great advantage of those views back there and taken these big windows and brought in all that natural light and those water vistas through the back, and it's just really well done. I'm really enjoying being at this house. It's nice being out here. I love this southwest location. So I think the greatest things about this house is the fact that it has a newer roof and a newer dock. Of course, it's been completely redone on the inside. You don't have to do anything to move right in. You really can't get a much better water view than this. Being on this huge Gulf access lake like this is incredible. And also, on top of that, it's in one of the best locations in the entire city. In terms of the negatives, there's really only 2 that I'm going to pull out, but they're fairly big ones. First of all, this home did get a few inches of flooding during Hurricane Ian in 2022, and a lot of homes in this area did. And that's probably why it's been completely redone on the inside. On top of that, there are some hurricane shutters here, but many of those big windows don't have any windstorm protection, so you wouldn't get those discounts on homeowners insurance that you otherwise would if all of the windows had some form of protection like hurricane impact glass or shutters or something like that. All in all, though, this is a beautiful home in a beautiful area, and that's why I wanted to include it on this video today. I think it was very worthwhile stopping by here. All right, so from this really excellent 8 Lakes neighborhood of the southwest section of Cape Coral, we're gonna head over to the southeast section of Cape Coral in another really dynamite neighborhood. This one's called the Palaco Grande neighborhood, and this is direct Gulf access over here. This is a neighborhood of direct Gulf access property, so no bridges to get out to open water. And this next property we're gonna take a look at has a little bit extra land, a little bit more space to it. So let's check this place out. So again, we're now in the southeast section of Cape Coral. We're east of Del Prado Boulevard at 3405 Southeast 16th Place. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, fully remodeled home with a nice pool package on the back of it, but this home sits on 50% more land. It's a triple lot, and that means it has about 120 feet of frontage on a direct Gulf access canal, meaning there's no bridges to get out to open water. So you can have a sailboat back there or pretty much just about any large vessel that you wanted, as long as it can get in and out of that canal system. The home was built in 1979, but it's been completely remodeled to the point where it has a beautiful modern style open floor plan. So there's this big great room here in the center of the house with a really open new kitchen, and it's a split bedroom, so the guest rooms are on one side of the house and then the primary suite is on the other. These gorgeous tile floors are throughout the entire house, so there's no carpet in here, and they put a ton of recessed lighting throughout this house, which is really just so important in homes like these. I think it really brightens everything up, especially with the light color tones throughout this house. The kitchen is centered around this massive island, and again, everything in here is brand new, from the updated shaker cabinets and the pulls to the stainless appliances and the sink to these really tasteful top-level stone countertops. And of course, everything looks out over that beautiful pool package and waterfront out back. The primary suite is over on the right side of the house, and this primary bedroom has slider access out to the outdoor living spaces. I think those are pocketing sliders back there, so this opens up nice and big to that outdoor space. And that flows really well into the primary bathroom with this beautiful brand new double vanity, an ample size walk-in closet, and then a walk-in shower. And this bathroom also has access out to the pool deck, so this would also serve as the pool bathroom. With it being a split bedroom floor plan, the guest rooms and the guest bath are on the other side of the house, and this one also has some great water views out back. The outdoor living spaces have also been largely redone, and they include this 40-foot by 10-foot shaded undertruss area with those beautiful beadboard ceilings. And then you've got the screen cage here, which allows for maximum sunshine in the pool, and the pool's been completely resurfaced as well. And of course, these big outdoor living spaces all look out over that 120 foot of water frontage along that direct Gulf access canal with a concrete cantilever dock back there. And you'll notice how high up we are here. One of the most unique features about this property is that it's not in the AE flood zone. This is an X500 zone, which means the vast majority of mortgage lenders won't require flood insurance here. This is one of the only areas in the city where you can find direct Gulf access homes like this that aren't in that AE flood zone. It's pretty special. So this has obviously been completely remodeled on the interior, and they've done a really good job of making this a nice great room open style floor plan. The ceilings are a little bit lower. That's pretty typical of an older home like this. This home was built in 1979. But a couple of the things that are really driving the value of this house right here. Number one, it's direct Gulf access. We're here in the Palaco Grande neighborhood of the southeast section of Cape Coral. It's south of Veterans Parkway. Really top-notch Gulf access location. And again, it's direct access, meaning there's no bridges to get out to open water, and open water is only about 10 minutes out idle speed by boat from right here. So you can have a sailboat back there with a big mast on it, and you're not going to have any height restrictions from going under any bridges. So that's number one, really important. And this is also one of the only areas in the entire city of Cape Coral, and really the entire area of Southwest Florida, where you can find a direct Gulf access canal like this, and yet the home is not in the AE flood zone, the AE Special Flood Hazard Area flood zone. This is X500, and that means 99% of the time your mortgage company is not going to require you to have flood insurance here. But even if you wanted to get flood insurance, it's going to be tremendously less expensive than a lot of these 1970s homes in that AE Special Flood Hazard Area. So that's very unique. And then on top of all of that, it's a triple lot. And the triple lot, what I'm talking about there, it just means it's about 50% larger than a traditional lot. The other two homes that we're going to see today are roughly 10,000 square feet, about a quarter acre. This is about a third of an acre. It's about 15,000 square feet. So it's 50% larger than those other typical lots out here. So you've got a lot of water frontage, a lot of property versus a traditional lot here, direct Gulf access, and not in that AE flood zone. Plus everything is completely redone on the inside here. And even though this is a little bit older home, this is a really nice area and a really nice property. And I think it's a really good indication of what this price point buys here in the southeast section of Cape Coral. So there's a lot to love about this property. First of all, it's unrestricted direct golf access. It's been completely remodeled inside and out. The roof is only 2 years old. It's not in that dreaded AE flood zone, and it's on a triple lot with about 50% more water frontage and land size versus those traditional Cape Coral lots. If you're going to force me to pick out some negatives, really the only things are that there are some windows that don't have hurricane shutters or impact glass. Some of the windows are hurricane impact glass, but not all of them. And beyond that, there's not a boat lift, but for folks that want a larger vessel or a big sailboat back here, that actually may be preferable. All in all, it's an impressive property here in the southeast section of Cape Coral, and it's a solid value for this average golf access price range right now. All right, so we saw what this price point buys in the southwest section of Cape Coral. We've seen what it buys in the southeast section of Cape Coral. Let's head up to my neck of the woods in the northwest section of Cape Coral. I really love this area. I've made no secrets about it. I think there's a lot of really great developments going in the northwest section of Cape Coral, particularly in this golf access neighborhood up here. So I think the future is very bright for this area, and I'm excited to show this house to you. So let's see what this price point buys in the northwest section of Cape Coral. Our last Cape Coral golf access home for the day is at 3428 Southwest 7th Terrace. Again, it has that southwest address, but this is really the northwest section of the city. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath home with just under 2,000 square feet of living area. It's got a great pool package, and this one is also direct golf access. It's just a few minutes out to open water from here via Matlacha. So again, a top-notch golf access location. Inside, the home is nice and open with a big central living space facing out through a solid wall of sliders out back towards the waterfront. This home has some great features, but as you'll see, it definitely hasn't been updated the way those previous 2 homes were. The main areas of the house all have these tile floors, and that's sort of a formal dining area that sits between the main living room and the kitchen. The bedrooms are all on one side of this house, and the kitchen and the garage are on the other. The kitchen is over on the left side of the house, and it's nice and functional. It's got some brand new appliances in it, but what I really like about this space here is the breakfast nook behind the kitchen. This area is surrounded by windows, so you get a lot of really good natural light and the water views from out back, and even though it was raining by the time I got here, it is the rainy season after all. The primary bedroom on the other side of the house is nice and spacious, and it also has a lot of windows in it. It also has slider access out to the pool deck, which is awful nice. And then here's the primary bathroom, and it has a pretty big double vanity in there, a walk-in closet, and also a walk-in shower. And again, the 2 additional guest bedrooms are also on this side of the house, and so is the main guest bathroom, which would also service the main living room in here. As for the outdoor living spaces, again, this one has a decent size under truss portion to provide some shaded spaces, and then the pool itself is out in the sunshine, at least on a normal day when it's not raining like now, and everything overlooks that beautiful direct golf access waterfront. In addition to a concrete cantilever dock like we saw on that last house, this property does have a small captain's walk dock with a boat lift, and this property has some really wonderful views of the golf access lake, which is just down the canal. And like I mentioned, we're really close to the exit of the canal system here, so you're only a matter of minutes out to Matlacha and Pine Island Sound. And this is actually the only canal system in Cape Coral that gets right out into the Sound instead of the Caloosahatchee River, the way the southwest and southeast canal systems do. So I don't think it's any secret that this home could probably use a few additional upgrades in it, and it probably could use some different cabinets and different light fixtures and things like that. But you know what? Those are always things that you can change in a house, but what you can't change is the location, and this is on an absolute premier golf access, direct golf access location here in the northwest section of Cape Coral. Technically this has a southwest address, but it's really the northwest section of Cape Coral, and this entire golf access canal system gets out through one entry and exit point down here by Matlacha, and that entry and exit point is just about 10 minutes down the canal from here. There's a really nice waterfront restaurant called Michelli's that's just a few minutes away from here, so the boating opportunities from this location are just phenomenal. And couple that with the fact that you've got all of these beautiful developments that are going in, like the Seven Islands project, like Cape Coral Grove down there on Pine Island Road, and all of the other stuff that are happening. A couple new really nice waterfront parks that are going in up here in the northwest section of Cape Coral, and this location is just phenomenal. And so for this sub $700,000 price point, and even though this property came on the market just 2 or 3 days ago, you know, at $675, maybe you get this thing in the mid 600s or something like that, and it starts to look really good in spite of all of the updates and things that you may want to do in this house. So I think for the location just by itself, it's worth covering here in the northwest section of Cape Coral. I'm glad we stopped by today.
So I think the pluses here are pretty straightforward. This has impeccable direct Gulf access out through Matlacha. There's no bridges to go under, so you can have a pretty good sized boat back here. It also offers great water views via the big lake out back, and but maybe most of all, the speed at which this area is really becoming a premier location means there's huge upside for getting something like this at this price point, and then maybe polishing up the house a little bit with some nice updates and things like that. I really think this is going to be a completely different area in 5 or 8 years from now. In terms of the negatives, I think the obvious one is just the fact that it needs some updating inside. Beyond that, this home is in the AE flood zone, although it's never once flooded since it was built in 1990. The floor plan is a little bit dated with all those bedrooms on one side of the house. And finally, even though this home has central water and sewer, whereas most Northwest Cape Coral homes are still on well and septic systems, there is a smaller balance left on the utility assessments here. You know, but that's something I would probably look for the seller to pay off prior to closing as a negotiation point if I were representing a buyer on the sale of this house. All in all, though, I think this location really makes up for a lot of the shortcomings here, and that's why I really think this is a balanced example of what this price point buys up here in the northwest section of Cape Coral. I absolutely think it was worth taking a look at today.
So what do you think of these 3 average priced Gulf access homes here in the city of Cape Coral? Would love to hear your thoughts on it and maybe which one you thought was the better deal. So drop me a comment down there. Always interested to hear what you folks think about these properties that we cover on these videos. But thank you so much for being here. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, do me a favor, hit the like button. It just helps me out, helps the channel out. And make sure you're subscribed if you're not already subscribed. Would love to have you around for these videos every single week. And if I can do anything for you, if you are looking for something in the area, if you're moving to the area, or even if you live here now and maybe have a property to sell, call, text, or email me. Contact information's right there on the screen. I would love to hear about your individual situation and tell you a little bit about how I can help you out with that. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next video here in just a few days. It's almost time for the monthly Cape Coral real estate market update, so we'll be doing that here in just a few days.
Like and subscribe. Just kidding.